Hey folks, Rob Daniels here for the movie, TV, and video game soundtrack program Visions in Sound. I can be found every Saturday morning, 12 to 2 a.m. on FM 98.5. I can also be found on my website if you missed the show, hey, which does happen, visionsinsound.ca. So I'm kind of keeping things quiet because I actually have Galadriel sleeping on my chest. So I just want to make sure that that's good. So yeah, she's been my good girl today. In any case, so what I'm going to be talking about this week is a television series that it didn't really struggle in its first season as most TV shows do. The X-Files is one of those shows, and there were some interesting episodes, there were some not so good episodes, but you can tell when a show finally hits its stride. And this happened in the first season with the episode Ice. And for me, this was the first episode that I went, hey, the show is really, really good. Now, I have to mention something, that when I watch television shows, they usually go like, it usually goes like this. I'll watch the first episode, I'll maybe catch the second episode, maybe the third, and then I'll get bored and I'll go, oh, well, and I'll catch it later. And then something will happen at the end of the season, and I'll go, oh, somebody will say, did you see this episode? And I'm going, no, I didn't. And then I'll have to go back, and then I'll watch all the episodes again. So that's kind of me. And it happened with X-Files, it happened with Star Trek, it happened with Firefly, it happened with a bunch of shows. So when I finally got to the various episodes, there was one that stuck out in particular. And I'm speaking of, like I said, the episode Ice. And this is, on the surface, based on the Thing. John Carpenter's The Thing. And you can see it just from the way it's shot, to the way it's edited, to the whole, to even the music, which has kind of a creepy vibe to it. Maybe not quite as creepy as the Ennio Morricone score, but definitely creepy. So there's that. So what you've got here is a paranoid episode, and probably for me, there's some really outstanding moments in this particular episode, and one of them being the fact that you've got Scully and Mulder kind of at odds with each other.
Mulder, what are you doing?
Murphy's dead.
You killed him.
I found him like this. I heard one of the doors close. I came out to check it out. It's one of you.
He's lying.
You could have done it and not even known.
No, he said he didn't do it.
I don't have any of the symptoms.
You checked him yourself, Hodge.
Yeah, 6 hours
It was
ago.
one of you.
Stop it! Stop it! Shut up! Mulder, just put the gun down and let Hodge give you a blood test.
Oh, so he can doctor the results. I'm not gonna let him stick a needle in me. He could be infected.
He has to be confined now.
Then just turn around and let us take a look at your neck.
I'm not turning my back on anyone. As far as I'm concerned, you're all infected.
Hodge is right. We ought to lock him up. Mulder!
Scully, get that gun off me.
Mulder, you have to understand!
Put it down!
You put it down first!
Scully! For God's sakes, it's me.
Mulder, you may not be who you are.
And I don't want to ruin the episode for people who haven't seen it, because it is actually a fantastic episode, but there's some great music in it. Unfortunately, so here's what I'm going to say. 9 seasons of music is hard to quantify down to like a couple of discs, but there were 4 volumes, if I recall correctly, of X-Files music released. And in those 4 volumes, Volume 4 features the music from Ice. It features 2 tracks. Now, again, not a terrible thing, because a lot of the music has this kind of creepy sounding. So what I'll do is I'll play portions of the 2 tracks on the La La Land release of the X-Files. This is Ice. Let's have a listen. So yeah, there's some music from the episode Ice. And as it is indicated by Christopher Carter in an interview, David Duchovny has gone on record by saying that it was the first, as he put it, Rockin' episodes. And believe me, it is a fantastic episode. It nails the John Carpenter the thing. It nails the isolation aspect beautifully. And of course, Mark Snow's music definitely hits all those fantastic marks that Mark Snow would become known for throughout the series. This is a fantastic episode. And an early first season episode, which is really, really good. Now, unfortunately, it's followed by the less than stellar Space. But Ice is a very cool episode, definitely worth checking out, and it's one of those things that you have to kind of sit back and watch with a... There are some, like I said, there are some favorite scenes. There are some really great scenes. I mean, there's a scene where Scully pulls a gun on Mulder to you may not be who you are, is what she says. And then there is a particularly interesting scene where Scully is in one, like basically they're isolating themselves because of what's going on. And like I said, I don't want to ruin it but there is some kind of contagion, we'll say, and they're isolating themselves. And Scully puts herself into one of the rooms that's there, and she looks at a picture of one of the former Ice Corps people who were there, and she puts it down because she's like, what happened to these people? And it kind of freaks her out. And so she grabs she doesn't want to, I think she doesn't want to become like them. So she grabs the desk, pulls it right in front of the door, sits on the floor, and just kind of like, ah. Thank God I'm barricaded. And there are some like I said, it's a fantastic episode. Definitely get a chance to see it. With the music also done by Mark Snow. So with that in mind, what I'm going to say is my little cutie right here. She would say, if she was awake, she would say, like, share, and subscribe. Actually, she'd say meow, but no. She would actually say, like, share, and subscribe. And if you are truly interested in what I do every week, then by all means, you can check me out at Visions in Sound, 12 to 2 a.m. every Saturday morning on FM 98.5. You can also try my website, in case you missed the show, at visionsinsound.ca. I'm also on Blue Sky these days. You can also try at visionsinsound.bsky.social. I can also be found on Good Pods, a downloadable app for your phone or other type devices. And I can also be found on many of the other podcatchers out there, including the likes of Apple Music. Something new that's come up, actually, and it's a Twitch stream that I do every Saturday. And it's at noon. And that's generally the time we start. We sit back, we discuss film music, we discuss our finds. We basically talk about the scores and the music and all of these wonderful things that come out of this. It's a great community building thing. And you can find me at Twitch TV/visionsinsound. So go with that, and it's fantastic. It's a lot of fun. You will not be disappointed. You actually get a chance to interact with me and talk to me as to what, my feelings on certain scores and that sort of thing. So in upcoming, we've got some fantastic stuff coming up. So with that in mind, I'm simply going to say, folks, also, if you're having trouble and you feel isolated like they were in Ice, then by all means, please call 911 for immediate help. You can dial or text 988 for the Suicide Crisis Helpline. You can also try 1-844-HERE-247 or HERE247.ca. They all offer ways of getting help if you or someone you know may be suffering from mental health issues. And as I said, get out there and listen to some fantastic scores, because there are composers out there that are worthy of your time. So have yourself a great day. We'll talk to you soon. Bye for now.
We're not who we are. We're not who we are. further than this. Stops right here. Right now.
I'm the people's choice.